I honestly thought Gemini was just another AI chatbot, but then I realized it could analyze files, understand images, summarize audio, work with maps, and even interact with things in real time. And honestly, some of these features felt genuinely futuristic. The first thing that caught me off guard was how easily Gemini could work with files, PDFs, documents, even really large notes. And instead of just giving random generic summaries, it could actually pull out useful information surprisingly fast. I tried uploading different types of files, and Gemini was able to break things down, summarize key points, and organize information in a way that actually felt useful, which honestly made it feel less like a chatbot and more like a real productivity tool. Then I tried image understanding, and this was where things started getting more interesting. I could upload screenshots, photos, or random images, and Gemini could actually understand what it was looking at. Not just describe the image, but answer questions about it, analyze details, and even explain things happening inside the picture. I tested it with different screenshots and visuals, and the responses honestly felt smarter than I expected, because it wasn't just recognizing objects, it actually understood context. And that was the moment where Gemini started feeling less like a normal chatbot and more like a system that could actually understand information the way people do. But then I tried audio uploads, and this was probably one of the most surprising features. I could upload voice recordings, meetings, podcasts, or random audio clips, and Gemini could actually understand what was being said, not just transcribe the audio, but summarize conversations, pull out important details, organize information, and even highlight key points from long recordings. And honestly, this was the first feature that genuinely started feeling futuristic to me, because instead of manually listening through long recordings for important information, the AI could break everything down in seconds. I tested it with different types of audio, and the speed honestly made it feel way more practical than I expected, especially for things like meetings, lectures, voice notes, or content research. And at that point, Gemini started feeling less like a chatbot and more like an actual assistant that could process information for you. Then I discovered Gemini's integration with maps. And this was where things started feeling way more advanced, because instead of just answering basic questions, Gemini could actually help with real-world planning. I could ask for places, routes, recommendations, or location-based ideas, and the responses felt surprisingly contextual. It wasn't just throwing random information at me. It actually felt like the AI understood what I was trying to do. I tested different types of questions, and Gemini could actually respond in ways that felt connected to real situations. Whether it was finding places, planning routes, or organizing ideas around locations, the experience felt way smarter than I expected. And honestly, that was the moment where Gemini stopped feeling like a chatbot sitting inside an app and started feeling more like a real digital assistant connected to everyday life. And somehow, Gemini could even understand videos, which honestly felt kind of insane the first time I tested it, because instead of just watching a clip, the AI could actually analyze what was happening inside the video, understand context, and pull information from both the visuals and the audio together. I tried uploading different types of clips, and Gemini was able to break down scenes, understand conversations, and explain details surprisingly well. And at that point, it genuinely started feeling like these AI tools were evolving beyond simple text interaction. But the feature that genuinely caught me off guard was Gemini Live, because this felt completely different from typing prompts into a normal chatbot. I could talk to Gemini in real time, share my screen, show visuals, and interact with it almost like a real conversation. Hey, Gemini.
Hey, I see your screen now. Looks like you've got a picture of a volcano as your background. What's on your mind?
Can you tell me more about volcanoes?
Sure. Volcanoes are basically openings in the Earth's crust where things like lava, ash, and gas can erupt. They come in different shapes and sizes, like the steep stratovolcanoes or the broader shield volcanoes. Are you interested in how they form, or maybe specific examples?
No, thanks. And honestly, this was the first moment where the AI stopped feeling like software and started feeling more like an actual assistant. Not perfect, not human, but definitely closer to that direction than I expected. I tested different types of interactions, and the real-time responses made the entire experience feel way more natural, because instead of constantly typing and waiting, the interactions started feeling fluid, almost conversational. And the weird part is, once you experience AI interacting with things in real time, normal chatbots suddenly start feeling limited, which honestly says a lot about how quickly these tools are evolving. What surprised me most was how naturally Gemini stopped feeling like a normal chatbot, because after testing all these features, it honestly felt more like a system that could understand information across different formats and situations. Not just text, but images, audio, files, maps, and even real-time interaction. And the more I explored it, the more it started feeling less like a simple AI tool, and more like a digital assistant that could actually interact with the world around it. It still had limitations, obviously, but it felt way more capable than I expected. And I think that's the part most people still underestimate, because AI isn't just getting better at responding, it's getting better at understanding.